Hi, Julia.
Hi, Julia.
Hi, everybody from home. Hi,
Mom,
family.
Dad, Barbara.
Having a great time.
We are especially blessed to be here. It's been great.
We're at the Church of Noster, where there's over 160 different languages of the Our Father here. And we're going now into the cave where Jesus taught his disciples to pray the Our Father. And we're going to see the cave of the teaching, it's called. And here's the cave. We're in it now, but there's a larger part of it where Jesus taught the disciples to pray the Our Father. We're almost in and we're going to sing.
Our Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our trespasses, as we forgive those who trespass against us. Not into temptation, but deliver us from evil.
And when they had said these things, as they were looking on, he was lifted up, and a cloud took them out of their sight. This is an understatement. Can you imagine? It just says he went up in a cloud. But can you imagine if he'd been with you for 3 years, always on the ground, and then all of a sudden he just starts going up? I mean, that would have been stunning. All of a sudden he goes up. And why a cloud? It says a cloud received him. Remember, on our first day up at Mount Tabor, what does the cloud represent? The glory of God. He's going back. He's leaving earth, walking around here with us for 33 years, and now he's going back up into the glory of God. Now, here's one of the silliest questions I think was ever asked in the Bible. And while they were gazing up at the bottom of his dirty feet as he went up, two men stood by in white robes and said, "Men of Galilee, why do you stand there looking into heaven?" Well, because he just went up there. But I understand why they asked that. They're making a point. Why do you stand there looking up? It says, this Jesus who was taken up from you into heaven will come back again in the same way you saw him go into heaven, which is our great hope, that Jesus went up. And it says in John chapter 14, 1 verse 3, I go to prepare a place for you. And if I go and prepare a place for you, I will come again to receive you unto myself, that where I am, there you may be also. I am building you mansions to live in. So he's going.
Mary, full of grace, the Lord is with thee. Blessed art thou among women, and blessed is the fruit of thy womb, Jesus.
Holy Mary, Mother of God, pray for us sinners now and at the hour of our death. Amen.
Ojcze nasz, któryś jest w niebie, święć się imię Twoje, przyjdź królestwo Twoje, bądź wola Twoja jako w niebie, tak i na ziemi. Chleba naszego powszedniego daj nam dzisiaj i odpuść nam nasze winy, jako i my odpuszczamy naszym winowajcom. I nie wódź nas na pokuszenie, ale nas zbaw od złego. Amen.
Ok, Pai nosso que estás no céu, santificado seja o vosso nome. Venha a nós o vosso reino. Seja feita a vossa vontade, assim na terra como no céu. O pão nosso de cada dia nos dê hoje. Perdoa-nos as nossas dívidas, assim como nós perdoamos aos nossos devedores. E não nos deixes cair em tentação, mas livra-nos do mal. Amém.
Pater noster, qui ex in celis, sanctificetur nomen tuum, advenam regnum tuum, fiat voluntas tua, sicut in cielo et tenet in terra, Anna nostrum quotidianum, da nobis hodie, et dimitive debita nostra, secode nos dimitibus, debitoribus nostris, ne nos inducas in tentationem, sed libera nos a malo.
Irish. Arneahar and Tá Arneav. Gujé, Kurtanan, Gudagit the Rig. Gudagtan the Toil Agad Antalan. Man Jacan Arnev. That's probably as good as I
Ready?
Padre nuestro que estás en el cielo, santificado sea tu nombre. Venga tu reino, hágase tu voluntad en la tierra como en el cielo. Danos hoy nuestro pan de cada día. Perdona nuestras ofensas como también nosotros perdonamos a los que nos ofenden. No nos dejes caer en tentación y líbranos del mal. Amén.
You know they don't get. Do you like the gum? You want some gum? That's not something they have here. No.
We arrived at St. Peter in Gallicantu, where Peter denied Jesus and where Jesus was kept overnight in prison, and here we're going down to the church.
Those are the steps Jesus walked up when he was going to the trial before Caiaphas the high priest, right in here.
Hands, and within 3 days I will build another not made with hands. Even so, their testimony did not agree. The high priest rose from the assembly and questioned Jesus, saying, "Have you no answer? What are these?"
Under the church here, there's a lot of crypts and caves and cisterns. This is believed to be the prison where St. Paul was kept. And then this is the cistern where Jesus was kept over Holy Thursday night. Right down there in that cistern. You can tell this is a hole going down. I'll show you that in a minute, the hole going down where they would have lowered Jesus with the ropes. And they found 3 Byzantine crosses there to show that the early Christians believed this was a place where Jesus was kept in prison over Holy Thursday night. On Holy Thursday, Jesus was in Bethany on the other side of the Mount of Olives. He came across, down the Mount of Olives, and up these steps like this, going to the Last Supper, which is just up on Mount Zion up there. Then he came back down, right there, and went across to the Garden of Gethsemane, which is over there, where he was arrested, and then he was brought back in chains up this way, where he was then taken to Caiaphas for the trial. These are the very steps that Jesus walked on. His blood was shed on those steps as he was being arrested and dragged up here. And this gives you an idea of what happened that night. Then he was put in prison, the cistern we just saw. And then he was taken to Pilate the next morning, which is right over there on the other side of those trees about a mile. Come back to the Notre Dame just to regroup, and we're walking to lunch. The reason is, of course, is look at the buses here. These are all people that have come to the Notre Dame for lunch today. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 buses, and there's more over here. Now, for Americans who are afraid to come to Israel, look at this. Look at the people that are here. Israel's full of tourists and pilgrims. What is there to be afraid of? For heaven's sakes, nobody else is afraid. Join us in the Holy Land. Right up there is the Latin Patriarchate, where we received our shell and met the bishop 2 nights ago. But now we've come to Janet and my favorite restaurant here, one of them real top. We have good friends with this guy named Khalil. who's in charge. This is Rossini's restaurant, and we always bring our groups here for lunch. And here we are. Look how nice this is. This is an Italian-French restaurant.
Hey, Steve, are we having a set?
So the bishop just blessed the food, and here we are at Rossini's, and the rest of the group is up here. And I'll show you them. Very nice restaurant. We always come here with our groups, and down there are the rest of them. Look at that. The nice wines they have here. Right out into the Christian quarter through that door. Hey Angie. Hey Angie. It's God up here. What are y'all gonna do today?
We're gonna go for a walk or somewhere.
Anybody taking a nap?
No.
No naps. If you're only in Jerusalem once, go see everything. Right?
That's right.
Nice to have a free afternoon. Very good.
You got all your stuff?
So everybody's got a free afternoon. They're gonna walk all over the city, go walk around the walls, visit places. What are you guys gonna do?
We're gonna go see the Dome of the Rock.
Cool. Have fun.
Yeah.
Thanks.
You're welcome.
I got a picture here. Thank you.
You're welcome.
And
Thank you.
Ramses.
Thank you. Bye.
Pharaoh of Egypt. There's all our group heading off in different directions to walk the city walls, to go to the Dome of the Rock, all these things. Free afternoon. Nice time. After a free afternoon, we went to the Shroud exhibit here at the Notre Dame with a real-life image of Jesus as he was in the tomb. And Johanna does a great job explaining the whole Shroud of Turin, the negative and the positive of it, and all of the crown of thorns and the nails and so on. And they have a real-life bronze image of Christ as he was in the tomb. Amazing. After a busy day and a free afternoon, we all had dinner at 7 o'clock at the Notre Dame, and we went to bed because we have another busy day tomorrow. Join us.